My name is Kyle Kroos. With me at the desk is Sam Hansen.
Hello.
We are so happy to host you through this day of absolute chaotic robot combat and joy. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an amazing event so far. We have had so many great hits. Let's check out some of those highlights right now.
All right, we've had some big wheel bots. We've had puppets knocking stuff over. We've had roof shots. We've had fire in the cages. We've had batteries being sliced, folks tapping out, hands shook. We've had it all, and it's just going to be better and better and better.
All right, but the real story, ladies and gentlemen, there are many bots that have now moved on into this qualifying tournament that have not yet qualified for the World Championships. Here are some of them. Some of them that we're really looking at right now is Monkfish, Impact in the 3-pound division. Really excited to see if they can move forward. Son of Kram and Slam Plan, two of the bots we're really looking for in the 12-pound division. In the 30-pound division, it's going to be a very difficult day for Warhard and possibly Mr. Roper. Now, these bots have already been eliminated, so Beetlejuice, Crush, Weather Report, Downpour, Budget Boy, and Spicy Toucan do not have an opportunity at the World Championships. They will have to try again next year.
30-pound weight class, quarterfinals. Fight, robots,
so this
fight.
is a pivotal fight no matter what happens. Right, oh my goodness, Luke. That was a perfect hit from Ares. GHOUL really showed their side when they should not have. Warhard has, I'm sorry, excuse me, Ares has slowed down their weapon dramatically. They're spinning it back up a little bit, but
both of these robots here.
Tap out.
And that's it.
Wow, that was a one-hit match here.
This shows you the power behind Ares' weapon.
Officially won. Fantastic.
Incredible
robots,
moment
fight.
for combat robots. Wow, right off the bat, that was an incredible box rush from KaZaA Lite. I don't see that half moving at all. It got punched into a corner hard. Now it's coming back.
Jonathan
roof
Warris
shot.
just absolutely shredding these twin flamethrowers here. I saw a little bit of flame earlier, but those flames are gone.
It takes a little bit of time to get them started sometimes. There's so much airflow in these boxes, but wow, I don't think it would make a lick of difference. Each one of these hits is incredibly punishing. Credit to Joshua, the builder of KaZaA. He has built some tough little tanks. The fact that these are moving at all is incredible.
Now that might be accidental fire here,
It
Ricky.
could very well be. The top of that is starting to peel open like a sardine can. I see batteries hanging out.
Jonathan Warris here winning this match in convincing fashion.
30-pound weight class, semifinals. Fight, robots,
Away
fight.
we go. Very careful start.
You can hear how heavy that weapon is on Ares.
Huge hits. Oh, an excellent pin by half of BeeForce. Unfortunately, the other half is already suffering drive issues and just barely able to crab walk. Only going to be able to hold that pin a moment.
Wow, just tossing these robots around like it's child's play here. Ares, that
coming
huge
loose.
heavy weapon, wow. Just stripping off that drive on BeeForce.
Yeah, this match is all but over. A huge amount of smoke coming out of BeeForce now. Barely a limp left on the other half. I think they're going to do a tap out. They're going to do a tap out. That is the end. Your winner is Ares. That had to be a perfect match.
Fight, robots,
Away
fight.
we go. Interesting drive issues right off the bat from Pegasus.
Wow! Huge weapon-to-weapon hit there.
Pegasus having trouble moving. Oh,
Oh
look at
my
that!
God! Popping the top off of Pegasus. Your winner's Warhard XXL.
This is, man, once you pop.
And the battery
bot
is
do
going
stop.
there
Yeah.
in the box. incredible power from Jonathan Juarez and Warhard XXL.
All right, Aries from Ryan Duarte from Chula Vista, California. It's got an 8-pound weapon out of 30 pounds and a 10-4 record. Those head-to-head wins up against Warhard, 0. But speaking of Warhard, it's from Jonathan Juarez from Houston, Texas. It's rocking a 9.5-pound weapon and an overall record of 6-3. But at that head-to-head, it's all Warhard XXL.
Across anyway.
Fight, robots,
Away we
fight.
go. Luke, this could be a 1 or 2 hit fight.
Wow, Aries getting under Warhard XXL, taking a huge chunk out of the rail
That
here.
is an incredible start for Aries. Oh, that mini-bot getting shredded to pieces.
Wow.
Now
Jonathan
Aries
Juarez.
having pieces removed one by one. There is metal shrapnel littering our floor.
I see a piece of a wheel there, Ricky. I think one of the front wheels is gone on Aries.
Top plate. There is no
30 seconds
fear.
left here.
No fear at all in Jonathan's eyes. He's taking his weapon to weapon. He's going in for the kill immediately. There's so much arena in our arena. Oh my goodness, what a comeback! Aries saw weakness in Warhard's eyes and struck with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Look at all of this wood in the box, Ricky.
It's ridiculous, Luke.
Wow.
This could very well be the end. Yeah, I don't think Warhard is going to get self-righted out of this. This is a tough job for Flo, and there's a lot of damage here.
I don't see those wheels going. That weapon's not going. It looks like the power could be out on Warhard.
No, the weapon and the wheels do still have a little life in them, but it's not going to help him. He is going to get counted out, and your winner in the 30-pound class is going to be Aries. MIT in a return to form.
Yeah. This is the first golden dumpster for Team MIT. Incredible. Team Aries, this is really a story of building up a combat robotics program from scratch. This is a team that came together post-COVID and winning their very first golden dumpster. Fantastic.
Ryan Duarte. I talked to you upstairs, what, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes ago. You told me that you had a strategy to keep your feet on the ground for more of the fight. You seem to have thrown that out the window, but somehow an aerial attack seemed to have worked. Can you walk us through what we just saw?
I gotta be honest, I'm the wrong person for this. I don't remember anything right now. I remember, at one point we flew into one of the walls, and then we were stuck, and then, I don't know. Now we're sitting there, and they're in the corner, so I don't know. Maybe Onha remembers more than I do.
I mean, I think reliability of the robot is key. We lost 2 wheels, we cracked one of our uprights, top plate got smashed, but we're still rolling around, we're still fighting, and I think that was really important in this match.
It looked like at the end your weapon bar was just kind of cradled in the housing. It was not connected. It was just resting in it like a hammock.
Like that, yeah. The upright was cracked, and somehow the weapon was still sitting there and spinning. So I guess we built it pretty good.
Ryan Duarte, MIT. One last thing for me to do. Hold it high.
3-pound weight class, quarterfinals.
Both Mako and TurboFIEND advanced to the quarterfinals here, the semifinals.
Yeah, power siblings to say the least. They're working their way through. Right off the bat, those forks on TurboFIEND doing a really good job fending off the horizontal spinner on Caldera.
Caldera, though, is just so bulletproof. It continues to run, even if it's bouncing around inside of the box. It's sounding very quiet. I wonder if the weapon on TurboFIEND is going at 100%.
It may or may not be. I'd probably dial it back a little. It could also be that that weapon is just dialed in. A quiet weapon is usually an efficient weapon, if it is running.
Very true.
Yeah, so far, all
that's
of the
a good pop in the air.
All of the control exchanges here are going to TurboFIEND. Their geometry just makes it so easy for them to get under Caldera.
You can see the Papazians here working together.
Wow.
Julian is driving the mini-bot, and they have kicked Caldera behind the house bot. Wow.
Wow, look at that. That framing, them laying in wait, they knew what was going to happen. Man, I hope we get to see that in a replay. That was incredible.
Now you're able to ask for one unstick from the house bot, and that request hasn't come yet from Caldera. TurboFIEND is really making Glenn sweat here. But they have just stayed on top of Caldera, really dictating the pace of this fight. And really, they are showing the absolute dominance of this multi-bot design here.
2 exchanges in a row there, Luke, that they lost. That could be a change in the tide. At the very least, it was an opening. It doesn't look like they've capitalized on it, though.
70 seconds left here in this fight. Julian Papazian here driving this orange mini-bot is doing an amazing job at getting under Caldera. That is a good pin here.
Yeah, fantastic driving on the mini-bot. It is just so perfectly designed to take on a robot like Caldera. The main robot, the larger section of TurboFIEND, winning some exchanges, but not doing nearly as well as the mini.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the mini-bot really is showing amazing control here. But TurboFIEND, pretty well piloted, staying very close to Caldera this entire fight.
Oh, this is an excellent pin. They're going to take the end of this match to show off some control. I noticed the weapon is currently off on Caldera. I don't know if it runs or not. We'll find out at the end of the match. Oh, they're trying to spin it up.
15 seconds left. I wouldn't be playing it conservatively here, Glenn. You got to fire that weapon up.
No, you can see it. It's twitching. It's trying to spin up, but there is some damage going on.
He's calling for a tap out. Wow. Glenn didn't hit the button, though. It's going to go to the judges, but you could see him at the end tapping on the glass. It looks like Dima Papazian could be advancing here.
Keep in mind, too,
3,
both
2,
sections
1.
of Supreme Ruler are very squishy, TPU-based robots.
Now,
so they can take some hits.
One of the big things to watch for here is whether Drumder's Child starts to melt. I don't see a lot of that flame-resistant tape on Drumder Child.
No, but that is a heavily carbon fiber robot. Carbon fiber doesn't melt the way a lot of these plastics does. It can burn, but that takes a lot longer.
Now, we've seen several forks get ripped off of cam lifters run by other teams here today. Let's see if Drumder Child can rip off one of these forks. That would show massive damage.
Certainly a feather in his cap if he can pull it off.
It looks like the flamethrower, though, on Supreme Ruler's mini-bot is not running, and the flame on the main bot for Supreme Ruler is intermittent.
Definitely struggling through the course of this fight, and even aside from the flame, both sections of Supreme Ruler, especially the smaller one, have been hung up for a large percentage of this match.
I am really impressed by Drumder Child's ability to gyro its way out of these pins. As they get stuck up on the cam lifter forks here, they're just able to rotate their way back into safety. See a piece of plastic there in the box. Was that off of Supreme Ruler? Here we go. Good weapon-on-weapon hit here.
I'm noticing, Luke, the forks on Supreme Ruler seem to get floppier and floppier as this match goes along. Doesn't say a lot for their durability chances long term.
Not seeing a lot of rotation as well with these cam forks here.
No, only one or two. Earlier in the day, Jeff was having issues with the servos that drive these forks. They were causing signal issues with the transmitter, and it seemed a little like he had the option for drive, fire, or servos, but not all three. Oh, there's some servo action. They are spinning.
60 seconds left here in this fight. Wow, Drumder Child getting under Supreme Ruler. They're going head-to-head. This is a very, very close match. Drumder Child is going to have to show damage. Supreme Ruler is going to have to show a whole lot more pinning.
Man, I am so focused on the use of these forks. It seems like a missed opportunity, Luke. A fork like that is so effective when used properly against a drum, but they're so far apart compared to the size of Drumder Child. It's very hard to use in the right way.
20 seconds left. You can hear that Nate Franklin is leaving it all out on the floor here, spinning up that weapon fully. 10 seconds left. They've escaped the countout. This one will go to the judges. This is a close match. When you take a look at it, you know, Supreme Ruler's primary weapons, both the lifting forks here, the twisting forks, and the flamethrower, were not as strong as typical. And Drumder Child, though, has to show damage in the eyes of the judges. You can see Nate and Jeff giving a good hug there cage side.
So, in the matchup, that's right, your winner, Supreme Ruler, defeats Drumder Child. Supreme Ruler will be moving on into the next round to face off with the winner of either Mako or Impact, depending on how that judge's decision goes.
3-pound weight class, semifinals.
3.
This is the furthest that Dima has ever gotten in this competition.
Robots
and standing in her
fight.
way is Rachel de Guzman and Monkfish.
TurboFIEND is going to be really interesting. They have so much plastic on the front of their robot. It's so delectable to an undercutter like TurboFIEND. It's going to be about durability here, Luke. Can they survive enough hits without taking structural damage so that they can actually chew into Monkfish?
Monkfish is one of those robots where the second that you get within its radius, it is chewing into something on your robot. And it is really loves to face off against a wheeled opponent. Loves to ride up on top of a vert and eat away at that weapon housing. It is devastatingly effective because its weapon rarely ever goes down.
Not just that, but there's no inversion here. This robot can drive just fine upside down and gets back into its preferred position very quickly. So it is in a relentless onslaught with Monkfish. That said, it's not unstoppable. There are ways to get around to this. Chief among them, you just need to be really durable. If you don't outlast those first few big hits from Monkfish, you're not going to get a chance to take them out later in the game.
It does look like the weapon is a little intermittent there on Monkfish.
Well, it's spending so much time in a not normal orientation. You got to be careful spinning up your weapon when it's pushing against the floor or the walls.
One of the things that we listen for is the efficiency of these weapons. When you don't hear like a lot of noise in the box, it usually means that these weapons are pretty well tuned. Either that or one of the weapons is dead and the other weapon is pretty well tuned, Ricky.
Right. There's always the possibility. It's just broken. But yeah, TurboFIEND, I assume from the learnings that have come from Mako in part, really runs that motor nice and smooth. That is like a gentle white noise generator compared to the death hum you hear on some robots.
Yeah. I'm watching the weapon on Monkfish going up and down. It's running now, but it's bumping along the floor.
And remember, Luke, that is stressing the motor. That's stressing the motor controller. It can only do that for so long before something breaks.
40 seconds left, and I see that there is little bits of black plastic being sprayed around inside the box.
That is the tire, the little bits of black plastic. There is a tire missing from TurboFIEND's smaller half. I don't think that's the source of most of the black plastic, though. Could be part of the source.
Yeah.
Oh, the weapon now on Monkfish only barely moving. This very well could, this is a perfectly driven match by TurboFIEND. They've done incredibly well. And if that weapon does prove to be down, TurboFIEND probably has this in the bag. Amazing. So it's all going to come down to a functionality test here after the fight is over.
All right, deep breath. Your winner, Dima Papazian, and TurboFIEND! Oh, man. The underdog takes it. That's what I love to see. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. That is so amazing. That means that your dumpster challenger is going to be TurboFIEND in the finals of the 3-pound division. Will they be facing off against Supreme Ruler or her brother Julian and Mako? I am so excited.
Fight, robots, fight.
Zippy start here for Mako.
Yeah, Mako's so quick.
Mako really
good
wants to cut
barbecue.
into this top plate here immediately.
Oh, that's a big slice into the ground from Mako. That's a dangerous situation.
But now in 2 fights in a row, we have not seen the flamethrower running on Supreme Ruler's mini-bot here. And it looks like the saw is not going very fast on Mako or at all, Ricky.
Yeah, it really probably took a beating with that hit to the floor. That'll short out a motor real fast. You know, you go, oh, there it is.
Here we go.
And a
Wow.
nice deep slice on Supreme Ruler.
Wow, that's 2 big slices on the top plate here.
Oh, there's the mini-bot flaming up.
Okay, here we go.
It's just a little sleepy.
Yeah. The fork helps it, Ricky.
I think so. You mean the knife, right?
Oh yeah, the knife. The knife-shaped fork, Ricky.
The fork shape, yeah, exactly. No, this is, oh, there's that thermal cam. Look at the heat.
Wow. It's amazing. The paint is a different color.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's funny how that works. But yeah, you can hear that spinning up again. Mako taking shot after shot. Only has landed a few so far. Oh, that mini-bot is a great place to hit.
Fantastic popping the mini-bot in the air. Mako is in the fight of its life. 1:25 left here.
Yeah,
Still
just a
haven't
little-
been able to cut through any of that plastic and explode a battery, explode one of these tanks.
It's, you know, you feel like these robots aren't that large, but there's different areas, and it's hard to hit the right ones.
The thing that I love about an overhead
Look at those sparks!
shower of sparks.
That titanium is just raining down around the arena.
Wow, incredible. Yeah, one of the great things about having an overhead saw is that even if you're stuck in a pin, you're able to attack your opponents just by moving your saw all the way into the back position.
Yeah. Yeah, those degrees of freedom really come in and give you options in a tight situation.
Wow, it's a double pin catching both the mini-bot and the main bot on Mako.
Yeah, very impressive. Again, incredible control bot driver in Jeff Waters, who really does a good job. He's not giving up any ground he doesn't have to Mako.
20 seconds left here in this fight. Mako trying to rack up as much damage as possible here. But Supreme Ruler is just such a wide boy here, just able to capture both of its opponents and push them up against the rail as we enter the last 5 seconds of this match.
This will be going to the judges. I think there's some pretty clear dominance on display, but this is still a very good showing from both of these robots.
Is it going to be Supreme Ruler? Is it going to be Mako? The judge's decision is in, and here it is. Your winner, Jeff Waters, Supreme Ruler. No surprise there. Excellent driving match from Jeff and his team. That bot deserves every inch of this, so we will see Supreme Ruler versus the TurboFIEND in the final of the 3-pound bracket when we get back to 3-pound action later on tonight. Absolutely amazing job by Jeff Waters and his team, keeping that bot up and running. Man, through a lot of attrition this evening.
Certainly. All right, TurboFIEND from Dima of New London, Connecticut, ranked 33 with a 15-2 record and a .75-inch weapon reach. Jeff Waters, all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, is ranked 7th with Supreme Ruler with a 19-2 record, a 12-inch fork, and a 6-foot flame.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is a long-distance competitor at this point. That's insane.
And you know the Bavasians, with the work that they've done, one
Fight.
at this stage of their career would be incredible.
Yeah.
Well, that is some good fire right off the bat. Supreme Ruler, just such an effective control bot, but look, it's stuck up against the rails. Those sharpened forks are hazardous in some ways.
I love a good flamethrower, Ricky. These are just absolutely gorgeous, these flames.
They
Cooking
are.
TurboFIEND.
That's a heck of a barbecue, Luke. You can see those flames are now sticking around. It's interesting, I see each robot kind of igniting the other one in tandem.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Neither of the Supreme Ruler robots so far phased by the weapon on TurboFIEND. Just TurboFIEND unable to get under the forks of its opponent.
The thing that's just been so remarkable here today with all of TurboFIEND's fights are just how efficient that weapon is running. You can hear it inside of this box audio. Demon's done a great job in really tuning that weapon. There's really only one kinetic weapon here in the box, and look at this. Is she chewing through the front of Supreme Ruler?
It's sure trying. Remember, right behind there is a fuel tank, so they're going to try their absolute best to chew into that flame system. Whoa, that is a big hit. That mini-bot is not in one piece anymore, Luke.
Yeah, it looks like they've lost a wheel there on the right-hand side of the mini-bot.
Still driving pretty darn really well for only having one round thing on the ground.
A minute 15 left here in this fight. Dima Papazian able to get out of that pin, going back in for damage here on a Supreme Ruler. But Jeff, again, landing a good pin here up against the rail.
No, now that flamethrower is down, a lot of this is going to be about match control. Supreme Ruler is going to want to get in here, take those pins to their absolute limit so that TurboFIEND doesn't have a chance to do that. Chew up its face in between pins.
Supreme Ruler's mini-bot, though, is quite hobbled here as we enter the last 30 seconds of this fight. Supreme Ruler showing great control here in this fight.
Yeah, but neither half of Supreme Ruler is showing off any flame at this point.
Yeah.
Really struggling to show any kind of damage or aggression because they simply lack a weapon.
Yeah.
Now, the
both sides of TurboFIEND are running great.
Yes, absolutely.
And they have shown damage here against their opponent. Little less control, but a whole heck of a lot of aggression, too. This one is going to be a very close judge's decision as we take it the full 3 minutes.
Look at that, Luke. The smaller half of Supreme Ruler now completely disabled in the arena. That's going to be a big difference.
The judge's decision is in. Your winner is...
Split decision.
So close, split decision, TurboFIEND, absolutely amazing. Wow.
Tell us about this day. Both you and your brother, an incredible tear. Both of you are going to be going to the World Championships. You are about to be hoisting a golden dumpster above your head. What's going through that head?
Too much. It's hard. I don't know where to start. You don't think you're going to get a golden dumpster when you walk in the pit for the first go around, and then you trick yourself into thinking you're going to get it, and then you get it? This is crazy. This is nuts.
Your energy and enthusiasm is infectious. Your bot is devastating. You drive it so well. You're going to be a force to contend with in the World Championships. Do you think that you might be able to give Mako a run for its money?
This is my little buddy, and I have a bond with TurboFIEND that can never be broken, and he took me all the way to first place today. I know Julian has a similar bond with Mako, but we'll see who has the stronger bond with their robot.
All right, any other shout-outs or just head nods that you want to give to anyone out there?
Friends, family, anybody who's watching.
Anyone who's cheering just means so much.
Anybody who cheered for me in the crowd, shout out to you. Anybody Anybody in the pit who helped me, who gave me advice, who just said, I need you to win, Dima, I want you to win. Everybody is on my side. Thank you.
All right, Dima, one last thing for me to do. Congratulations, our 3-pound dumpster winner.
12-pound weight class, quarterfinals.
Into this fight. Again, Slam Plan in the blue corner, Son of Kram in the red.
Wow, you can see Son of Kram really trying to stay away from that super sharp blade on Slam Plan.
Slam Plan really looking aggressive there, trying to dead on take Son of Kram.
Now
Ooh, that was
a
a
good hit right there.
Smacked up into the air.
And then there's the belts, Ricky!
It worked exactly as planned. The weapon is now down and not coming back on Son of Kram. All that's left is for Slam Plan to beat their way through the top plate at these juicy batteries, motor controllers, motors, frame rails. It's a smorgasbord of robot violence, all laid out at the feet of Slam Plan.
And it looks like one half of the drive is locked up on Son of Kram. Brendan Steele here, aka Business Cat, is doing great. This super sharp blade here on Slam Plan is just eating into these exposed belts. You can see drive belts poking out of the top here. That very juicy weapon belts there got sniped pretty early in this match. And David Small is down to one functional weapon.
Look at that. That is a really interesting place.
Just a
also,
sticking...
I want to point this out. That weapon is going just fine on Son of Kram. That belt must have been an alternate wheel belt.
Oh, interesting.
Those are tied together.
You're right. The weapon is going. My God, I've got to get my eyes checked, Ricky.
Well, it's tough. It's a black weapon. Oh, I mean, Slam Plan can get out of this, but that's never...
He's just showing off at this point, Ricky.
Yeah, it's tempting fate is what it is, Luke. The moment you get yourself stuck like that and can't get yourself on...
Oh, my God. Brendan's going after the house spot. He wants another $1,000 here, Ricky.
He's hungry. He's hungry for them K's.
Now, Business Cat successfully has turned off the house spot in the past. He wants more cash from Austin McCord, Ricky.
Yeah, he's shaking that money tree. He's going to keep shaking until that switch turns off. Now, this is doable. Wow, Floop is going to get angry at you. You know that, Brandon.
Wow.
Knockout.
This is a knockout, a decisive win for Business Cat and Slam Plan.
Bravo.
Brendan doing great in this match.
Fight, robots, fight.
The way we go, both robots off to a cautious start, but Minor Threat 5 decisively winning the first interaction.
Yeah, and Bjorn getting stuck on the cam lifter run by Jeff Waters here for Minor Threat 5.
Big pieces coming out of the side of Bjorn, but immediately having a good hit opportunity on Minor Threat 5 and taking it.
Well, you can see that Minor Threat 5 has cleaved through part of the fork on its mini-bot, but it is beginning to tear away at that plastic armor skirt on Bjorn, really intent on getting... Wow!
Yeah, the front wedgelet on the front of Bjorn is bent up, and I believe there's a couple of pieces laying on the ground, so both of these robots are really taking damage.
That was a good almost 10-second pin here from Jeff Waters and that cam lifter.
Wow, that is huge pieces of that robot. The armor has just been completely peeled off the right side of Bjorn. Minor Threat is systematically disassembling Bjorn. This is tactical and it's brutal, and it's not letting up until that robot stops moving.
And the Brazilians go for the tap out. Your winner here is Luke Grell and Minor Threat 5, forcing the tap out with surgical precision. Minor Threat 5 has still got it in 2024, Ricky.
12-pound weight class, semifinals.
Away we
Fight.
go.
Robots
Slam Plant coming out of
fight.
the blue corner, going up against Doppelgator out of the red. Very quiet match so far. This is interesting.
Yeah.
There it is, starting to spin up now.
Here we go. It sounds like a swarm of angry bees, Ricky.
It does. Now, I see that the mini bot on Doppelgator seems to be almost impervious. It's so low that it's very hard to hit by Slam Plant. It's going to be difficult. Perhaps they're going to lead with that and only attack with the main part of Doppelgator when Slam Plant is, otherwise disadvantaged.
Yeah.
It's not a bad strategy. It's something that we haven't seen very often. The downside is what we're seeing right now. That's going to look terrible to the judges. Doppelgator essentially running away from Slam Plant. It's the opposite of aggression.
Yeah, Slam Plant here, really the aggressor here, trying to catch its opponent, snipe one or both of those belts. But Doppelgator's inability or unwillingness so far to go weapon to weapon is not great here. Whoa, there we go.
A big, big hit right there. Immediate drive side issues on the left side of Doppelgator. Limping hard. Oh, there you go. It is just tall enough for Slam Plant to hit, it seems. The mini bot now loaded into the corner.
Wow, he's trying to cut this mini bot in half here.
It may well do it, but I think it's got a more tasty target lurking around the rest of the arena right now. That's a tap out. Your winner is going to be Slam Plant. Headed to the finals.
Easy, Ricky. He made that look easy.
He did. That was breaking no sweat, whatever. This is going to be another thing where Brendan's heading upstairs. He's charging the batteries.
Yeah.
He's checking for wear and tear.
Yeah.
But damage-wise, he can shrug this off.
Fight. Robots fight.
Tentative start for both robots.
The physics here really favor Minor Threat 5. This first impact is really going to show us a lot about the direction of this fight.
Yeah, it's all... Oh, that's interesting. That looked like they were kind of baiting Minor Threat 5. And that was a good exchange for Honey-Fied. That's what they want to see. They want to see their opponent bounce backwards and a little bit to the side. Wow!
Here we go.
As a high contrast, that is not what they want to see. That weapon is bent up. It is still spinning. It's still functional, but there was some serious damage in that exchange.
Wow,
Another big
hit. Honey-Fied there, 2 hits in a row, spending quite a bit of time in the air.
That was a little better for Honey-Fied, but their weapon has now stopped. It's really hard to tank those over and over again without blowing a bearing, a belt, something. But there it goes. It's back up to speed again. This is incredible durability for a horizontal spinner. That's the move they wanted.
Wow.
They need to take advantage of it. They need to get in there. They're going to use the unstick. Chew them apart. Oh, that's perfectly played, Luke. They waited until the unstick was called and then went in to chew on the rear end of Minor Threat 5, excuse me.
Fully legal.
Fully legal. You are allowed to do that. You are allowed to wait for the unstick to be called and then do what you can to stop it. Oh my
another big
gosh! And the weapon's still going, but the drive is stopped.
Yeah. 75 seconds left here, and Honey-Fied is slowly dying here.
I see the weapon belt a little loose. It's still on Honey-Fied, but that is going to be the end of the match. I almost guarantee it.
They're calling for an unstick, Ricky.
They are. It's possible that could jostle something loose.
They're thinking maybe they're high-centered on something.
They're almost certainly not high-centered, but sometimes.
There's incredible optimism in the box, Ricky.
Well, I shouldn't crush dreams.
Hope springs eternal, Ricky.
Manifest the future you want to see.
You can see that little wheel going, but it's ineffective. It's up against the rail. The housebot left them up on the rail, Ricky.
That is actually kind of impressive. It is in just the wrong spot.
Wow, your
That
winner
is your
here
prize.
is Minor Threat 5. Minor Threat 5 will be advancing to the finals and facing off against Slam Plan.
All right, so we've got Slam Plan from Brendan Steele out of Cleveland, Ohio. It's got a 5-0 record, and it runs a 280 mile per hour spinning vertical blade with a 6-inch reach. On the Minor Threat 5 team, we've got Luke Grell from Duluth, Minnesota with a 14-8 record, a 230 mile per hour spinning blade, and a 3-inch reach.
Boy, is this an uphill battle.
Fight. Robots fight.
Away we go. Quick launch there from Minor Threat, and then he gets cold feet before going in.
Yeah, you can see the strategy here is to try and stop that weapon.
No fear there. That was a heck of a hit.
Now, typically, you know, the conventional wisdom is just go after the wheels. Oh, no! Minor Threat 5 stuck up on the rail.
Remember what I said about wanting to go sideways over a robot?
Gone!
That is exactly what Slam Plan wants to do. Now, that's a drive belt. That's not the weapon belt, and it is a two-wheel drive robot. So Minor Threat is still in this. But look, both belts.
There's 2 belts on the ground.
He is down 2 of 4 wheels.
I think that, yeah, this is going to be a rapid disassembly here on Slam Plan's part.
I was mistaken. He's down at least 1 wheel, but he is also down on that weapon. That weapon is out of the picture.
At this moment, you know, really, if you are Slam Plan, you're so far ahead on the points. Just don't get tangled up. Don't get stuck somewhere weird. Don't get, you know, pushed over onto your side.
Yeah,
These are all possible things. Oh, no, Ricky!
You know what? What if that was on purpose, Luke? What if, think about this for just a second. You get up on your side like that, what is Minor Threat 5 going to do to you?
90 seconds left in the 2024 qualifying season here at NHRL, and we are just seeing 2 of the best 12-pounders on the planet here going head-to-head here. Look, getting another belt, Ricky. It's delightful.
This is like watching an anteater just munch down on a big old colony in the Sahara Desert. He's putting that long, like very thin appendage down in and just scooping up some delicious edibles.
Oh,
that is a huge piece off of Minor Threat 5. It is disabled. Your winner by knockout in the 12-pound class in the last qualifying event in NHRL's 2024 season is Slam Plan.
This cat is all business. Brendan, you came here today with a plan to slam, and you did it. Tell us about the day.
Well, this morning, it started with a little bit of slamming. Then later, there was a bit more slamming. After lunch, had a bit more slamming. And now, in the evening, I have completed my slamming.
So, you're about to get a golden dumpster. You've won Motorama this year. You've really been kind of like on a tear, but the World Championships is only weeks away. Any thoughts with such a short window between now and then?
It's going to be especially difficult because I'm also in the middle of a house move, so I have to deal with that on top of fixing whatever remains. I think it's okay, but yeah, it's going to be kind of tricky, but I think I got it. It's all about the overwhelming confidence, all right? That's how you do it.
Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, everyone on Team Huge, you guys have been so helpful, and I appreciate your help so much throughout the day because, honestly, I kind of came here by myself. My parents are spectating, so I kind of didn't have anyone else to really help, so I really appreciate you guys coming out here and making this possible.
One last thing to do. Here you go, bud. You've earned it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely incredible. Everybody come join us on set.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's stream. It was a pleasure to serve this complete robot destruction to
Some
you.
amazing fights. Some great stories.
Thank you to the competitors. Thank you to our crew. Thank you to our production staff backstage. Thank you.
Thank you to Chris for closing the door behind you, for Lindsay.
Come
Thank
on,
you
guys.
to Brandon Bennett Young for coming up with Honeycracked and UMD and Twiglet and his brother. Come on,
This
where's
has
Team
been
Huge at?
absolutely
Where's
incredible.
Nate's dad? You gotta get up here. Come on, Nate's dad. Huge, come on. Everybody, refs, Alex, what are you doing out there? Red, come on, you should be grabbing mad people to get up here. Keep scooting down, keep scooting down. This
is what we
my
like.
Gosh,
This
come
is
on,
what we
Jeff,
like to
get up
see.
here.
Ladies and
David, you
gentlemen,
too. There's room on this
Thank
side.
you
We
for
need
joining
business
us for
cat
the
over
spooky
here.
edition
Nate's dad,
of
I
the
am
National
not
Havoc
kidding. Get up
Robot
here.
League. It has been a pleasure. This was their last qualifying event of the year. Join us in 6 weeks for the World Championships.
We will see you on December 7th.
We are so excited to see you on December 7th. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you once again.